Hey family, so I finished another book. This one was a textbook that I used in one of my classes. It's the Concise Heath Anthology of American Literature. It is really thick, as you can tell. It's like really annotated. I'd have to say that I really like it. It's very educational. It covers the Native American literature. It covers the colonization period. So you have the period of when the 1400s, when Columbus and his crew came over here. It also covers how the conquistadors went into take out the Aztecs. There's a lot of mixed literature. Frederick Douglass. You have a lot on the Puritans, on the Quakers. It's really, really fascinating. It's pretty dense. This is not what you'd call a light read, but however, I'd argue that you will definitely understand American literature more from this book. And this covered the period from the 1400s to the 1800s. So, there's in here, there's a lot of things on the founding fathers: Thomas Jefferson, John Adams. You got a lot of Benjamin Franklin in here. You have Abigail Adams, which was John Adams' wife. There's just so much in here. What's really cool is that if you don't like one reading, you can go back to another one and you will discover something that you like. But it's really hard to not learn something from this book, regardless. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It's pretty expensive textbook, but I'm sure that you can find a better one on Amazon, maybe, where, if you buy it from a college, they're obviously going to charge you a bit more, but it is worth it. So I'm very happy that I conquered this book, and it's important to read. Sorry, family, it's raining, and the birds, sometimes when it rains, they squawk a lot. And there's a lot in here that will upset you. There's a lot of there's just so much stereotype breaking and things that'll upset you concerning slavery, how horrible it was, and how some of the Christian plantation owners treated their slaves. You also find out a lot of cool things, though, too. Edgar Allan Poe's in here. You have the author of Moby Dick is in here. You have Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is extremely important in American literature. Melville's the dude who wrote Moby Dick, and he's in here. He's quite boring, but nonetheless, he's still important for all of us to read. There's another guy in here, Winthrop, who's pretty quacky. I mean, what are you gonna do, family? And then Whitman, he's very famous. There's Thoreau's in here, Emerson's in here, and then one of the last readings you'll see in here is Emily Dickinson. And she was just a brilliant, very concise poet. And I really liked some of her work. It's very unique in that nature. So if you want some reading, if you want to take a class without having to take a class, I'd recommend this book because even if you can't take the class itself, you can still get the book. It's over, over 1,400 pages. But it's worth it. It's pretty thick. Look at that. You can use it to beat your brains in when you get tired. Okay, family. Hope all of you are doing great.